Good evening, folks. How are you all today? This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV with the Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. We're going to be getting started in just a second here. But first, we're going to share our screen, get our theme song going, and then we're just going to get started. So here we go.
Yeah. Dial it in, same time, same friend. 8 o'clock hits, here we go again. Biggie's calling, y'all ready yet? Yeah. Laughs in the background, welcome to the net. Biggie's Friday night net. Hey, pull up a chair, you're part of it. One fun question, see what you get. Stories and smiles you won't forget. Biggie's Friday night net. Voices from everywhere, check in. 8 o'clock sharp, you know the set. Chatting good company every weekend. Yeah. Long week, long road, shake off that load. First name basis, even if you're new to the show. Share your wins, share your mess. Right here together, we'll guess. Yeah, we're all guess. Biggie's Friday night net. Hey, pull up a chair, you're part of it. One fun question, see what you get. Stories and smiles you won't forget. Biggie's Friday night net. Voices from everywhere, check in. 8 o'clock sharp, you know the set. Chat and camaraderie every weekend. Yeah.
Biggie goo, da da da.
Biggie, summertime groove, Porter Park energy, working all the bands. Too hot to move.
So rock to the Biggie groove.
Call and seek you. JoJo by his side, riding shotgun in his ride. Park to park, no problem.
Yeah, who's that calling?
It's his old pal Rob. Calling out all day,
Calling out
all night. Biggie groove,
Biggie groove,
Biggie groove.
Biggie groove.
Too hot to move, so we swing through. Biggie groove, Biggie groove, park to park.
We won't miss you.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday. Welcome to the Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. Good evening. My name is Ernest, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. And before we get started, is there an emergency or priority traffic? Okay, nothing heard on emergency or priority traffic. We're in the middle of summer. Everybody's having a great time. Hopefully they're out and about. I love seeing y'all here. I'm glad that a lot of people are out there having fun too with their families and friends there. So a little bit about the net. We meet every Friday night, 8 o'clock, as you're all here. This net is a different net. We have 3 rounds of traffic. First round is the topic of the evening. Today's topic is, have you ever had any of your radio equipment stolen or basically any equipment stolen out of your car? I did have a break into my car this week, and we'll get to that next. Second round is what you're doing for the weekend. And the third round, which is unique for this net, the people on the net can talk to each other at the end of the net. So get your pen and paper handy, get QRZ up, so when you hear them call out their names, you can go see a little bit about them. And that's how we're going to get started. We also stream this net live every Friday night on YouTube. Just so everybody knows. Let me pause. Okay, we have a house full of people in here already. We also use NetLogger, so you can follow along on NetLogger to see in. And if you're not able to be here, if you reach out to me, we'll get you into the log, just so you know. And those that are on YouTube watching, we have 4 people watching now. Make sure you leave your name. You don't have to be a ham, but leave your name in the comment section. We'll get you logged in there. So with that being said, let's go to the top. We had NX3F. Good to see you out there, Mr. Allen. Come in and tell us a little bit about yourself. The topic of the day again is: have you ever had anything plucked out of your car there, or better yet, have you had any radio equipment stolen before? Over to you, NX3F.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's NX3F. Of course, my name is Alan, and I'm located in Temple Hills, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C., in the suburbs, where it's humid, extremely humid. Temperatures about in the 80s, I believe. I've been in Ham since 1972. Let me see. Equipment stolen from the car. No, I haven't. I've been blessed in that arena. I have not, and I really feel for folks who have. But no, I have not had any equipment stolen. I suspect one time somebody was messing with one of my antennas on the car, but that was only just a speculation. Okay, back to that control. This is NX3F.
NX3F in the group. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Yeah, the first thing that I had taken was ages ago. I had a TriStar 240 radio. That's what it was called. It was very nice. Everybody, that's when everybody had a Cobra, 29 LTD Classic and things like that. The Radio Shack brands, the President radios, all that stuff, right? And I had a TriStar 240 radio, and I had this CB antenna on the back that had 4 little radios. Then it had a coil. And I had that. I was in the States, on the radio for 10, 15 years. Nothing ever happened. I came to visit Canada for the first time, was on vacation, seeing what Canada was all about. And I was parked at a hotel there. And when I got up in the morning, you always look for your car because it's got an antenna on it. So I'm looking. I was like, where the hell's my car? And then I find it, and then there's a black piece of wire sticking out because the son of guns had cut the doggone antenna. And boy, was I mad. And back in the day there, you always looked at people's antenna. So I was down for a week. And, when I was trying to have a good time and hang out with the folks I was hanging out with. But anytime we went anywhere, I was definitely eyes seeing, because I know nobody would have had that antenna. So that was the first thing I got. And I was hurt by that, man. And I went home for 2 weeks, and then I moved to Canada permanently. And I was off the radio forever. Let me pause. I was off the radio forever because there were no CB shops. Like back home in Louisiana, I lived right on I-49. I was on I-20 all the time, I-10. There was always a truck stop, 30 years ago that was peaking, tuning, and modulating, right, and selling stuff. And I couldn't find anything. So I was off the radio forever just because of that one thing there. So that's one of my stories. We'll keep on going. AllStar, AllStar, come on in. You're up next.
VA3FHQ, I haven't had any radio equipment stolen, but I had a couple GPSs taken out of my truck and windows smashed before. But just a heads up too, if you keep a list of your models and serial numbers of your radio, it's also covered under your car insurance as long as you inform them you have the equipment in your car as well. So I made a list of my radios and gave it to my insurance. So if anything you think it's taken or the tenants or that, they cover it under your car insurance. Back to you, Ernest.
Well, Roger, that's something good to think about. I didn't think about that. It's also good when you have, because see, I have the original bill of sale for my Yaesu 991 because I purchased that new. The other radios I have, though, I bought them secondhand, and I had no receipt. So I'm gonna have to inquire with my insurance company, or I'll have to inquire with something to see what happens when you have things stolen that you don't have a paper trail for. Is it sucks to be you, or what? That's something to think about. All right, Alistair, thank you so much for being out there today. I thought you were gonna miss the net today, but I'm glad you made it. KG5FI, good evening to you. How are you today?
Good evening, Ernest. This is KG5FI. I'm doing wonderful. And again, as always, every Friday, thank you for doing the net for us. I have never had anything stolen out of my car. Definitely not ham radio equipment. And I keep quite a bit of my Polar stuff in my trunk. I've got a small little car, and I keep it there so I can just grab a radio and go out and run when I want to go out. So I've been very, very lucky. And I saw what happened to you today. I saw your car got taken away by a tow truck. Sorry to hear that. KG5FI, back to you.
Roger. Yep. That was something else. I was just going down the road talking to a buddy of mine. And then I was like, oh shit, and he's like, what? Because my foot literally slipped off the gas. And I was like, what the heck? Because my car started vibrating, like violently vibrating. And my teeth were hitting together. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta let you go. And, you turn off the radio and you turn off all the things, and you look at the instrument panel. And I didn't see an engine light. And I was like, okay. And I just turned everything off. I sat. I'm no mechanic, right? Then I turned it back on and started up, but it was a bit of a shake, it was shaking. So I'm like, well, let me get the hell off the, because I'm on the highway, 417. So I was off on the side. I'm like, well, let me get way off on the side, right? So I put it in drive, and I could feel the engine, like literally, it's like bolts or something is broken, like holding it together. I was like, and I thought maybe the transmission was falling out. I was like, oh, here we go. And this is the first time, today was the first time that I've ever been broken down that was not at my house. Let me pause. Now, you may have seen me, and because everybody that watches all my stuff, my wife and I have the exact identical car. So her car has broken down on her a couple times, and I just said, hey, look, and I've come to a rescue. I'm like, just take my car, head on to the house. I'll wait for the tow truck driver. And today I was like, oh, well, I did this thing with CAA. They said it was going to be about an hour and a half to get there. So I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. I'm not no mechanic. So I went to the back of the car, raised up the hood, pulled out my G90 in true Ernest fashion. Started to undo the coax and stuff like that, about to get my antenna out, because you know what I'm about to do for an hour. Hell, I'm about to call CQ. That's what I was going to do. No, I was going to do FT8 while I waited. And I get a phone call, and I'm like, what the hell is this? The phone's ringing. I see somebody's name I don't recognize. I thought it was spam. And the guy's like, oh, hey, you called CAA, right? And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, God damn, that's quick. And he says, well, because in front of me, 2 other cars had pulled in front of me with their hazards on. He says, well, I'm looking for you. I don't see you. And I'm like, I don't see you. I don't see you around. I'm looking at all the mirrors, but there's a 90-degree angle, and he was there. He says, get out of your car. And I'm like, man, this is suspect as hell. I was like, I don't see anybody. I'm not getting out the car. He says, please get out the car and just look behind you. And I got out of the car and I looked, and there he was, about just like he's about to turn the corner there. And I was like, what the heck? Anyway, the guy was so efficient, so professional, so clean, so courteous, so everything. I took video. I took pictures of the license plate. I took pictures of the phone number. I took DNA samples and everything, because it was just too good to be true. And by the time I got a ride, the guy had already dropped the doggone car for the shop and everything. I was like, wow. Anyway, that's that. Let me pause. Yeah, so you're right. KG5FI, that's my car adventures there. And you saw the first picture. That was my worry picture. And down the end, I was just sitting there doing a selfie going, hey, look, I broke down. Because good old Ernest, I video and photograph everything that happens to me, including breathing in and out. Okay, let's pick up now. Rob said, my old pal Rob, you heard that song. My old pal Rob checking in there from YouTube. Rob, good evening to you. Let's see who else has popped in there. We know, okay, Jack is in both places. Oh, KE2FTG's in there. KE2FEG, KE2F Foxtrot Tango Golf is in there as well. So thank you guys for joining. All right, we'll break with Mr. Jack there and pick it up with Whiskey Delta 4, Sierra Romeo Charlie. Come in, tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and have you ever had anything radio-wise or whatever taken out of your car? Back over to you. That's right.
WD4, SRC, operator Steve, Southeastern Kentucky. I've been a licensed operator for 6 months.
Oh, right. Okay.
First, we appreciate everything that you do on Friday nights to have this net. I certainly look forward to it. For the question of the night, from the year 1975 until I retired in 2000, I was a police officer. And I was sent in the 70s, how we did things back then, from South Florida to Maryland to pick up a bad guy. I spent the night in Savannah, Georgia, only to find the next morning that the antenna on my car was missing, my marked police car. That's what's going to happen. Fortunately, they took a CD radio antenna off, went at the top. So I had to explain that. Back in those days, that was kind of hard to do, but it did happen, and it did happen in front of the motel, as you were talking about. I think it was at a Holiday Inn, off of the I-95. But over the course of my career, I came across the best deterrent that I can't say enough about it. We own 2 black and tan Rottweilers. We travel across this country in a motorhome. My wife and I are both retired. We've never had anything stolen. So when people ask me what my opinion is the best burglar alarm, they're black and tan. And nobody comes near us. Good evening, WD4, SRC, back to you, Ernest.
All right, Whiskey Delta 4, Sierra Romeo Charlie with the black and tan. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if you guys have known me for a while, even my friend VA3EWV-L there, I have a lot of ham radio songs, and he has my dog Joe, Sir Joseph Byton, Biten, hi. So Sir Joseph Byton is he is a mix of something and the big dog with the Saint Bernard. So but yeah, Joseph, I'm telling you, even at POTA ops and stuff like that, and it's gotten dusk and things like that. And even one day I was out putting up an antenna, and he's very well trained. I keep the back of the car, like the gate up and stuff like that. And if I tell him to say his butt still, he stays his butt still, right? Because I'm always at all these different places. But he saw 2 dogs coming at me, and I didn't even know. I'm sitting there trying to get ice out the way and my antenna up, and it was the middle of winter. And he hopped out of the back of that car, and he was on the scene, and he was like going after both of them to get them from away from me. And then the lady was yelling for her dogs and stuff. They start coming back, and he goes back up in the back of the car, and he's sitting there looking on high alert. And I was like, there you go, Sir Joseph Biden, let's get on with it. So yeah, if you keep them in there, they're definitely, and there are people that have come. I was at another POTA park, so be careful out there at those POTA parks. I was out there just in the car. It's wintertime. I'm sitting there just headset on, headset, just going 100 miles an hour. And some guy comes to the back door and opens the door. And my dog was in the back where you couldn't see it. The windows are tinted, factory tint in the back. And the guy opened the door, and Joe's big. He hit that dang window, and that guy went backwards. And I was like, what the hell, right? And he didn't get out the car. He just sat there and he stood his ground and stuff, right? And I was like, Jesus. And after that, I've always locked the windows when I'm there. And I have one earpiece on, if you look at my videos, and one kind of off so I can hear what's happening out. All right. Thank you, Whiskey Double Four, Sierra Romeo Charlie. Or yes, I think that's what that was. Let's break with you now and pick it up with Kilo Mike 4, Oscar November Kilo. Okay, Kilo Mike 4, Oscar November Kilo. Are you there? Over. Okay, it may have been on YouTube that I put that in there. Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey Bravo Oscar. Are you on the line with us? I need to get these marked so who's on YouTube and who's not on YouTube. Now, I know that Rob's on YouTube, VE3ARF. He's out there talking now. So, Rob, good to have you out there. Rob says, VE3GOZ is out there on the air. So, just letting everybody know, if you go to YouTube, you can watch along at the same time. So, I'm going to get that call sign in there as well. VE3 G Golf Oscar Zulu. Thank you for coming. So I think the next person out there is let me see. Is there? I don't see the KG2FTG. That's on YouTube too. VE3RBP Victor Echo 3 Romeo Bravo Papa. Come on in. Roger, good to have you out there, and so happy to have you as a first time person. The question, and just since you just joined, a quick bit about the net here. It's a little bit unique. We have 3 rounds of traffic. First round is the topic of the evening. Today's topic is if you ever had any of your radio equipment stolen, in your house or in your car, or anything out of your car. I had a break into my car this week on Tuesday. And then I already told about my first thing that happened like 30 years ago, but I'll get into that. So the second round of traffic is what you're doing for the weekend. And then the third round, just keep your pen and paper handy. If you hear someone talking that says something interesting, you want to talk to them at the end of the net there, at the end, then we do cross traffic at the end of the net, okay? So tonight's topic is, have you ever had anything stolen out of your car, radio equipment or otherwise? Go ahead. Thank you so much for that. Before we move along, I have been doing this net, the AllStar EchoLink net, and I just want to remind everybody why I started. When I first got my ham license, I did not score high enough to get my HF. So I only had UHF, VHF privileges and 6 meters there. Also, it took me about 3 months to get my EchoLink and AllStar all set up and things like that. So this is definitely a safe place to come and test your equipment and things like that. Whether you are, sick and shut in, I have a friend that's in a nursing home. I have friends that are still in university and they're in their dorm rooms and apartments and stuff like that. So this is a great place to come out and hang out. Also, if there are any issues with your radios and stuff, we'll let you know, just so you can get it all sorted out. This is recorded, and so if you guys want to see what you sound like after the fact, you can go and do that. And speaking of that, VA3RPB, I did catch most of what you were saying, but it was coming in and out a bit. I don't know how to explain it, but if you watch the replay, you can hear what it sounds like. I understood most of your conversation there, but there seems to be a problem. What are you talking on? Are you talking on a handy talkie? How are you getting into the net tonight? Over. Okay, Roger. I use the web version a lot. It's very handy too. You don't have to install anything on your radio or anything like that. Yeah. So, just there's just a little bit of dropping out here and there, right? But I can definitely make out what you're saying. And stick around. We're going to be going to the next round of traffic in just a bit. We also have Kilo Mike 4 Oscar November Kilo that I think that just rejoined us there. So good to have you back in there on the net there. Let's see if I missed anybody. I don't think I missed anybody. We're down at the bottom. We're going to be going. Oh, so I'll tell you what happened to the road. Oh, just so you know, folks, the topics that I have every week is because something happened to my life the last time I spoke to you guys. So on Tuesday, I work downtown Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is our capital of Canada there. And I was forever parking in secured parking lots that had guards in them, right? But that's to the tune of over $400 a month. Let me pause. So since I'm broke, $400 a month for parking was just not gonna. I couldn't sustain that. So I found a spot instead of 22 something a day. I found a spot for $10 a day. It does have an attendant, but there's not security guards, and it's just out. If you follow my Facebook on the air with VA3EWV or my YouTube channel on the air with VA3EWV, one of our listeners was actually downtown and actually snapped a picture of the car because it's right there on the street, right front and center. And I did that because if anybody messes with the car, a lot of people will see it. Anyway, 1 second. Another thing we have quite a big homeless population that's downtown as well. And what they'll do, they'll go between cars and they'll relieve themselves and stuff like that, use the washroom, or they'll pass out. And one day I just happened to, you always want to look at your rearview mirrors to make sure they're out, because when people park, they're so close, they will move your rearview mirror in just to pass by. And I've been on the highway trying to look and see if I can merge, and there's my window. I'm looking at myself in the thing. Anyway, I always do. All that being said, I'll always walk around my car and look at my wheels and everything before I get in the car. And I was walking around the passenger side, and that's when that heart attack happened. I looked in the car, and I saw my glove box open, nothing in it. My insurance thing, the big insurance thing that has your your owner's manual and your insurance and all that stuff, that's there. Everything's taken out. The center console's open. Everything's all over the place. And I was like, what the hell? Like I was getting a thing. And here's the situation. My ICOM 7300 was in a backpack in the front seat because I was going to go do POTA for Father's Day, but all my family came over and I didn't do it. But it was in the front seat of the car. My 991 had just come back from the shop. It's in the car. My Zygu G90 was in the little tote thing, whatever it's in. And that was on the floorboard of the car. 1 second. Well, that morning it was raining a little bit, and my umbrella, I keep it in front of the car, and it fell right between. It was like stuck between the where you get out of the car and the floorboard and stuff like that. And I was trying to get it out, and I was getting frustrated. So I'm like, well, let me take the backpack and put it in the back of the car. And I always have my seats all the way down because I have the dog with me all the time. Well, I raised up the seats because I was trying to get all the stuff from unstuck. In a bit of a frustration, took the backpack, let the seats up first, took the backpack, put it in the back. Took the Zygu G90, put it in the back. Took the 7300 and stuff, put that in the back. Forgot all about it. Threw some other stuff in there. There was like some dollar store bags. Threw it in the back of that. And cleaned out some trash and whatever. Got the umbrella and went on about my business. Well, 1 second. My thumb's getting tired. Anyway, when I saw the stuff in the dash, on the seats and stuff, well, I already know my ass is broke, so they didn't get nothing. There was nothing to get. But there's all my little things like my adapters and my meters and this, that, and other for my VHF, UHF radio was just on the floor. And I was like, oh, okay, that's still there. And then the panic set in. I forgot that I had put my 7300 9918 in the Zygu in the back of the car, and my heart stopped and everything just got quiet. And I was like, oh my God, they stole all my radios. And I just panicked and I went to the back of the car there. I don't know why, just because I looked at everything else. And there they were in the bag. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that they're still there. Now, funny thing is, let me pause one more time. A friend of mine, that's always around and sees me, they were like, Ernest, I see that you have your 7300, ICOM 7300 on your dashboard. And it's always on your dashboard, And people were always passing by and it was just on the dash. And I never thought anything of it because I was doing so much POTA. I didn't like to take it out, hook it up. It was just too much time. So I just left it on the dash. Then a friend said to me, hey, you might want to take that off the dashboard when you're driving because if you get in an accident or something, you're going to be eating the radio and it could be bad. So that's why I don't have it on the dash. But anyway, I was so damn relieved that I had forgotten that I put the radios in the car. And people were saying, I have ham radio friends of mine. Sorry, folks. Let me pause one more time. Have ham radio friends of mine that tell me all the time, why do you have antennas on your car? I would never put an antenna on my car because that would make somebody come steal my stuff. And you have Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima. We see you out there. We're gonna get. You're not late. You're early. If I can see your message, you're right on time. Everybody, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima has joined the party. Delta Sierra Lima. Anyway, I'm talking about stuff being stolen from your car. That's our topic for tonight. So I did not get anything stolen, but let me tell you, the 991 and the 7300, yeah, if they're in the car, I'm going to be using them. So I have the sacrifice radio. I call it the sacrifice radio. Have the G90 still in the car there in an undisclosed location. It's very small, but you can't see that booger either. It's in an undisclosed location, but it's there. So that's my long-winded story there. And we're going to take Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima in. Good evening to you. The nice topic is having stuff stolen out of your car or radio equipment. Over to you there, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima. Okay, I was looking at that on YouTube there. So he's saying hello. Just to let everybody know, we do have folks calling in on not calling in, but checking in on YouTube and here. We're down at the bottom of the list now. So before we go in, does anybody want to add anything or any stories about anything that was taken from them, radio wise or anything out of the car before we go on to what's going on this weekend? Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go on with what's going on the weekend. I'll go first because sometimes I forget to say it. For those that don't know, field day is tomorrow. So I went and mowed the yard today. My yard's still very wet in spots. I have about 2 acres here. So I mow the yard, and then after that, if there's sun, I'll go and rake it with a little pull behind rake that's on the tractor there. I'll get that done. I'll get the garage all tidied up. In case it rains tomorrow, we'll have field day in the garage there. And we're going to have a chill little field day and have some folks over. Mr. Rob's going to be there. He's out there tonight. Have some folks over and I'll sit there and tell fish stories and do a little bit of whatever. But it'll be just having a lot of fun, eating a lot of food and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that on the weekend. And that's going to be about it. And praying that my car's not going to cost $1 million to fix. All right. The top of the list, NX3F, take it away.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Got the wrong radio here. NX3F. Hey, you know what? After going through all that, what you went through, Ernest, I'm surprised you don't have about 50 more gray hairs pop out your head after all that that's been going on here with you. But glad everything's cool. Glad everything is cool. You got it under control. I am going to participate in field day this year, and I was telling AllStar, I haven't done it since 1982, 83, something like that. So I told the club, I said, yeah, I'll come out for a couple hours. I didn't want to leave the wife alone too long in the house, but I'll go out for a couple hours and socialize, make a few contacts, and then and head on back to the Ponderosa. Back to that control, NX3F.
Good to see you're going to be back in action there, right? And see, that's the thing I tell my folks here as the president of the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. I'm like, hey, look, field day is that perfect time that you can sneak in, within a 24-hour period there. You can sneak in. I know I had friends that worked 4 to 12 shifts, 4 to midnight, and they were able to get off work, decompress a little bit here, have a little fun, sit around, have some food, some popcorn and things like that. We had a popcorn machine on site a couple of years in a row there. And, just sit back and take it all in. So I'm hoping that we have some new members come out and explore a little bit and have some fun. NX3F, thank you so much for coming in and spending some time with us. We'll break with you now, and we'll pick up with AllStar. AllStar, come on in, VE3FHQ.
VA3FHQ, can't wait for field day. I'm going to be operating portable from my campground, which is going to be pretty fun, and hopefully I get a lot of contacts. Maybe I'll get your club. Are you guys using the club call sign for the event, or are you going to be using your individual calls for the event? Back to you, Ernest.
Roger, I'm going to text you. I think we're going to, you know what? That's a good thing to know. See, that's what I'm talking about. We're all getting together. We hadn't, Lord have mercy. We hadn't discussed that yet. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. So we're gonna be listening. So we're gonna be listening to you. You know what? I'll let you know in text where we're gonna be and where we're at and stuff like that in the club or whatever call sign we're using. But I know we're gonna be using World Radio League. We tested that out 2 nights ago, and I was showing them how easy it was. I have it on both my cell phones. My iPhone 6 Plus that I keep telling people that's what I started to use AllStar with. I still have that phone, so I have the WRL on that on my phone I have now, both of my iPads, and my laptop and my desktop, because you can use that over any platform, and it's just seamless and it's free. So and it's easier than the N1, this and that, and the da 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 da. So that's what we're gonna be. What are you gonna be using the log with?
VA3FHQ, I'm going to try to set up N1MM logger. The only thing, or reason why I'm going to be trying to use that is I was trying to get the CW working, because I don't think the other software you mentioned has integration for automatic CW, like fills in all the messages with macros and stuff. So you don't have to use a key. You can just press the key, different messages like F1 to F4, F5, and it automatically transmits your CW for you automatically, which I don't think your logger does that you're going to be using. Does yours have that feature?
No, I haven't used that. As you know, I started taking CW last year, right? I got through the first two of the four courses, right? And then I felt that I needed to take the second course again, because I was really struggling, or I thought it was. Then I found out that the people at CW Ops class with me, they've been through the class like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, I thought they were new like me. So they were like, "Oh, you're doing pretty good," and I was like, "What? I sucked." They're like, "No, we've been through it like 2 or 3 times," and I was like, "Oh." So apparently I was doing a little bit better. But I hunt a lot on CW, and I did the POTUS stuff, and I learned a couple exchanges. So I'm pretty good. Like, sending is not a problem for me. It's hearing it, right? So, but I've never tried to use anything like that. But I will try to load that on my laptop. My desktop that you were talking about, and get to test that over.
VA3FHQ, let me know. I think I sent you the presentation on how to set it up. Just let me know if you get stuck. I'm playing around with mine to get it to work, but it does the rig control and it does the decoding. I've been using 2 decoders because I was told by Ante, which is one of the guys from our group, that it's not super accurate, the CW gets. So I'm going to be also running one that uses AI to decode it as well, so it's a little bit better at doing it. So I'll let you know how it works, and hopefully it works really good. Now I'll get you on there.
Roger. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun happening. So good luck, and I know you had some new antennas built and stuff like that. So make sure you take some pictures and share them on my website there on the Facebook group, okay? We'll be looking forward to it, okay?
Sounds good. I had a funny Amazon delivery, but I'll tell you about it later. Back to you.
Roger. Okay, next on the list, Kilo Mike 4, Oscar November Kilo. Come on in. How are you? What are you doing for the weekend?
Well, good evening, and thank you for hosting the net. This is Kilo Mike 4, Oscar November Kilo. I don't have too many plans other than cut grass. I do farming and have a lot of bush hogging to do here. So I'm going to just spend my time on a tractor. I sent you a text. I don't know if you received it. I am in the mountains of North Carolina. Have a terrible connection. So I don't know if this is all going to go through. So I was just hoping to get logged in. This is my first time logging in onto your net. I'm usually on DMR on 91, playing around with my mic, my M1 KE. Other than that, everything is well. And again, I thank you for hosting the net. I'll be listening in if I'm even getting out. So Kilo Mike 4, Oscar November Kilo. Will be standing by. Thank you, sir.
I'm excited to tell you that you came in pretty good there. Hey, I did have a friend that had told me about a DMR room, and we had connected at one time, and almost had 30 people that had logged in that night because they connected me to a DMR room there. I was also auto-connected to 2 repeaters, but for when I was Spruce Grove, Alberta, they used to connect to me, and there was another repeater that used to connect, and I don't see those connected. anymore. We still have a house full of people, but I did have a couple. I'll have to reach out to those folks and see what's going on there. But when I get some time, I do have a friend that was doing the net on Saturdays there, the Ham Helpers net. He's working. Well, 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Brad, a guy named Brad and a guy named James was running a Ham Helpers net. And they were going to get me set up with a DMR thing, a D-Star thing. I do have amateur wire. That's there. And something else that they were going to try to get me connected with. So I'll have different connections, right? But that's what the goal is. But it just takes time, right? Take time to do that. We appreciate you being out there. And thanks for getting in there and saying hello tonight. All right, we'll break with you and pick it up with KG5FI. Go ahead.
There's KG5FI. I'm going to be participating in Field Day, the 2 days over the weekend. Our club is going to participate as a club. We'll be using our club call sign for our contacts. We don't know how many people are going to operate. I think we're going to have at least 3, but we may have more than that. But we are going to eat well. I'm taking 2, and they're pre-cooked already, briskets. Put them in the oven to heat them up. We meet at a courthouse annex, and they have a kitchen in our meeting room, and we can make use of it. They have a big automatic ice machine, so we're gonna eat well tomorrow. KG5FI.
KG5FI in the group. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Roger on the eats. My friend John, who's our treasurer of the club. John goes where the food goes. I hope he's watching today, or he can listen in on the replay when he plays it. But John, he goes to places that have these elaborate slabs, right? So he's like, he was trying to get me. Now I'm the president of our amateur radio club. He's like, hey man, I'm going to go to Quebec. They're gonna have an ice cream truck. They're gonna have this and that. They're gonna have Gordon Ramsay there himself cooking. He was just talking about the food and the more food and all this stuff. And I was like, man, that sure sounds good, but it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So it's not something I can just sneak up to and just come back. That's 4 hours, 5 hours on the road. But yeah, it's all about the eats. So that's for sure. Thank you for being out there. Okay. Let's see. I'm almost about to get lost here, but let's see if I can keep it together. Oh, we have a newcomer there. Kilo Echo Oscar November. Kilo Echo 0 November. Not Oscar November. Kilo Echo 0 November. Good evening to you there. Welcome to the Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. Tonight's topic was, have you ever had any equipment stolen out of your car? I had a near miss. I almost had 3 of my radios taken, my 7300, my 9918, my Yaesu G90. But they ran away with coin change, and my radios were in the back. Kilo Echo 0 November, come on in. How are you this evening? I see this is the first time checking in here. Might be your first time on EchoLink or AllStar Net. Kilo Echo 0 November. We see you there coming in from Minneapolis. How are you this evening? Like I was saying earlier, folks, this is a place that people can come in for the first time, try to get their equipment working. So we'll stay here and we'll keep calling out for you. And hopefully don't go away. Try to work out your bugs and then come on in. We're here waiting for you to call. One more call out for Kilo Echo 0 November. Go ahead. Okay, we'll break. And then where was I? Did I pick up? Did we do? Got lost. It's hard to get with the second rounds. Whiskey Delta 4, Sierra Romeo Charlie. Did you say what you're doing for the weekend yet?
WD4, SRC. No, sorry, I didn't. Not a whole lot, Ernest. We live in a very rural area where I'm at here in Kentucky, and the closest formal club of any size is probably about 2 hours away. Weather permitting tomorrow, we're hoping to take our two whack and tans out for a ride. They definitely like going for a ride. And we'll take the mobile with us and be a nice ride over to the closest club and maybe say hey to those fellas. Again, weather permitting, but at least I'll get our two Rottweilers out for a ride. So that's about the plans for the weekend. WD4 SRC, back to you.
Roger, and you guys have a lot of fun out there. And thank you for coming and having some fun on the net with us there. All right, let's see who we have next. Victor Echo 3, Romeo Bravo Papa. Someone was asking me, was I going to do FTA today? But I don't know what's going on. I had turned it on. My radio's on. I think everything is attached. I'm pretty sure everything is attached. I know that at least the rig the rig thing is working. But I'm just getting a lot of straight lines coming down the page. So if you guys can see my screen, I get straight lines and nothing's decoding. I've turned the radio off, turned the FT8 off there. I've checked the radio settings to make sure that was okay. It seemed to be okay. The width is at 3200. This is at 3000, but it's just straight lines coming down, and that's on and nothing's decoding. So if anybody can give me a little help with that, to try to figure that out, that'll be great. Okay, where was I? Who has not said what they're doing for tomorrow? Please come on in. Roger, Nick recognizes Victor Echo 3, Romeo Bravo Papa. What's going on with you for the weekend there, over? Thanks so much, and I hope you guys have a great weekend there. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you the next week too. Okay, we're at the bottom of both things. Does anyone have any other comments or anything or any other stories to tell that they might want to share before we start winding down the net? This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. We have open mic. Please come down.
Good. You got to check your time source for your FT8 problem. Check your time source. Make sure your time source is accurate. Go ahead.
Roger, I forgot about that. So I'm gonna go and do that. I need to find a better one because the one I do have is it's off a bit there, eh? So but I just said that I'm just gonna turn everything off and try it again. Cause the last couple of times there was a lot of fun. I'm gonna turn the radio off too. But it was a lot of fun because we got to do FT8 while we were there sitting there chatting with each other. I remember I did disconnect everything. We had a thunderstorm, but I reconnected everything, and it seems to be working. I can hear things coming in, but it's just not decoding anything. So I'll turn everything off and try to turn it back on and see what goes there. Give me 1 second. All right, this is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. All right, I just recycled the whole system. The only thing I haven't done is restart the computer, but that'll be the next thing after the net. I'll do that. But no, as you see, the lines are back. I did do the change of the something's going on with the sound because there's nothing coming up on the sound there. So it must be something with the sound. Oh, I didn't check that. 1 second. Let me just check that now. The audio settings. No, it says USB codec. So, I don't know. I'll check the radio, see if it's on the right radio too. It should be, but let's check that. And the radio is the 991. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a big pain in the behind because it's not working. All right. Any other folks with any other traffic, please come now. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you can see the screen there, everything coming with straight lines. AllStar, are you on FT8 and are you getting all these straight lines and nothing's decoding, or is everything working for you? Over. Parameters. Oh.
Yeah, 3F HQ, everything's working good. I just got New Zealand on the 15 meters, which is pretty cool. Yeah, check your settings in your radio. Have you used it since you brought it back from the shop back to you?
Yeah, I was just using it. I've been using it with the last two nets there. I see we have our friend there, Juliet 88 India, Julia India 88 Hotel that's joining us there on YouTube. How's it going with you tonight, Ira? I was saying hi from the couch, folks. We have 8 people watching on YouTube right now. If anybody has any idea what's going on with my FT8 while it's not working, feel free to let me in. I'm going to be restarting the computer here in just a second and see what happens. But I'm running the YouTube on the computer too. Maybe if I restart, maybe everything will work, but because everything was working. I'm going to do a tune and see what the SWR is like. 1 second. Well, that's already not a good sign. Okay, a 1 SWR, so something's up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, do we have any other traffic there? Any other traffic? Oh, Jack is telling Ira thanks for the FTA contact yesterday, while he was at his favorite polo park. So it looks like Jack was working in some DX there. That's awesome. All right. Any other check-ins for this portion of the net? Please come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening All-Star EchoLink net. Okay, nothing heard. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back over to our YouTube thing. And for those of you that are at home watching, we always do 2 songs before the net starts, and we do 2 songs when the net ends. So we're going to do that. We did the Big East Friday Night Net. That's our theme song. If you go to the YouTube channel on the air VA3EWV, if you make your way over there, you'll see the playlist. And on the playlist, you have a section called Big E's Beats. Okay. So when you go to the Big E's Beats, there are several songs there. There's 20 songs there. And there's a couple that I haven't got to put up yet. But if you can go over there, it's Fill Day is tomorrow. So we're going to definitely do our Fill Day song. And then we're going to end it with the Big East Friday Night Net. So we're going to go to our Fill Day song if you guys want to join us there. And until we meet each other again, this is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening All-Star EchoLink net. And you guys have a great weekend up ahead. I know we have Canada Day coming up on the 1st. And then there's the 4th of July coming up after that. So I guess our topic in a week's time will be what you guys are doing for the 4th of July. So we'll see you next time. This is VA3EWV, and we're clear unless anyone has any final comments. Okay, nothing heard. We're going to kick it off with radio games on the YouTube there. Radio games. Here we go.
Y'all, it's a radio field day, antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. Static free, we sip and drink, summer's in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no care to spare. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back at the blast. Work the world, fuzz its ass.
Julia, 88 India Hotel. We got you the log, that's for sure. Good to have you out there, Ira. How's it going with you there? Over.
Hey, Big E family, I was on the couch just watching some stuff, and then I looked at the time. It was kind of late, so I'm sorry for my tardiness, but I just want to say, hey, get my foot in the door, put me on your log. Good night, each and everyone, my Canadian family and the U.S. guys, and whoever enjoyed the field day this weekend from us down in the cabin. I'll probably be on a bench to see how much you guys do y'all from DX. So there you go. Juliet, 88 India Town, back to that, and I'm back to the YouTube and heading back to the couch. 7:30, good night, y'all, from Juliet, 88 India Town. Thanks, guys.
Roger, so good to hear you out there. Jack was saying he was happy to work and get some of the DX at his favorite proto park. All right, Ira, we'll check you later there, and we'll head on back to the YouTube and play some radio games there. 7-3 to all you guys out there.
Y'all, it's a radio field day, antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. Static free, we sip and drink, summer's in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no care to spare. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, fuzz its ass. Hey. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Transmitting joy, ain't no better pastime. Laughter and a static shared on every line. Round here we groove, Mix of beats and waves, harmony electric in these radio days. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Worth the world, fun's the task. Got it. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airways, strange but not strange. From dusk to dawn, we chatter and we laugh. Frequency of language, speak and telegraph. Hearts connected, bound by unseen thread. In this summer fun, every moment lit. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, fun's a task. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, from coast to land. Radio games playing all day. Contact 73 regards, punching back, have a blast. Work the world, fun's a task. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange.
All right, so that is Field Day radio games. So let's go back to our playlist. I don't know why I do it so backwards. Okay. Pause that. What is this? I don't understand what this is. Okay, yeah, something had to come up. All right, let's see what else we're gonna play. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do some radio frequency fun. Let's do that. We did our Field Day song. We've done photo songs before. Let's see what we're gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna do radio frequency fun. Let's do that one. That'll be our last song of the day.
Y'all, it's a radio field day, antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. Static free, we sip and drink, summer's in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no care to spare.
I just figured out what that was our okay. So just so you know, that's the Field Day song with the words on it. So that's good to know. Just so you know, we just got to listen to that song, but that's the Field Day with the words. I'm gonna have to go in there and update the name of that. Okay, folks. With that being said, let's see here. We're not, because I like to do. Oh yeah, there's the words here. Okay.
He's on the move everywhere. birds, sounds fill the air. It is making contacts from here to there. Big E's on the dance. 40-20 he commands. Golden tones echo across the lands. Grid hopping fun, Bonneville's pride. Portable station, signals won't hide. Big E's on the bands. 40-20 he commands. Golden tones echo across the lands. Logging stations one by one. Porter hunters calling, join the radio fun. Logging stations one by one. Porter hunters calling, join the radio fun.
Okay, and for the bonus, we're going to end tonight. I'm going to get everything back to working here because I don't know how to use my own computer. We're going to end out with our theme song, and that's going to be it, folks. Big E's Friday Night Nest. Let's go.
Yeah. Dial it in, same time, same friend. 8 o'clock hits, here we go again. Biggie's calling, y'all ready yet? Yeah, yeah. Laughs in the background, welcome to the net. Biggie's Friday Night Net. Hey, pull up a chair, you're part of it. One fun question, see what you get. Stories and smiles you won't forget. Biggie's Friday Night Net. Hey, voices from everywhere, check in. 8 o'clock sharp, you know the set. Chatting good company every weekend. Yeah. Long week, long road, shake off that load. First name basis, even if you're new to the show. Share your wins, share your mess. Right here together, we're all guests. Yeah, we're all guests. Biggie's Friday Night Net. Hey, pull up a chair, you're part of it. One fun question, see what you get. Stories and smiles you won't forget. Biggie's Friday Night Net. Hey, voices from everywhere, check in. 8 o'clock sharp, you know the set. Chat and camaraderie every weekend. Woo! Yeah.
All right, everybody, you have a great weekend. I hope I hear some of you guys on the field day tomorrow. All right, then, folks. It gotten dark in here on me. The sun was shining now. The sun is down. So we'll see y'all later. This is On the Air at VA3EWV, waving a hand at 773s and 88s. Bye for now.